Yes, good afternoon, listeners. This is Razibwe with your sports podcast today. We are basically going to be analyzing English Premier League football, and we are basically starting with a talking point, and this is Chelsea's match against Burnley. And you see that Chelsea needed these points. Chelsea needed these points badly. Chelsea currently are seated on fourth position. Yes, they are still in the Champions League position. They have 45 points, but recently Chelsea has had issues playing home. You see, Chelsea has lost 19 points from winning positions, and you see, and from these points, 17 of these matches have been at Stamford Bridge, which means at Stamford Bridge Chelsea is not that very good. So losing 19 points from winning position is a great deal in the Premier League table, you know. So Chelsea needs to get to the Champions League. Of course, you find yes, Aston Villa had messed up yesterday. They had a draw, a 1-1 draw, and so you find Chelsea needed these points. Chelsea needed these points badly, and you find Chelsea's boss came ruthlessly speaking, and they said they needed to control the game. They needed to control the game, and the players didn't do what they were supposed to do. So you find the match started very well with good tempo, and Chelsea had bigger position of the first half. You see, the possession was about 66% of the first half, and Chelsea was really pushing Burnley to the defense. You know, Burnley was packed in the defense, and it was really good for them. So under that pressure, they kept piling, made a very good result in first half, because João Pedro came with a goal in the first 4 minutes of first half, and I expected Chelsea to do better in this game. And the statistics changed when Wesley Fofana got the red card on the 72nd minute, and Burnley capitalized on the numerical advantage, and later on in the stoppage time they got an equalizer. In the 93rd minute they got an equalizer, and this was so dramatic. And you find so Chelsea had to settle for a draw. So this was not good enough. And we have yes, we had Man City playing. Man City had to pack the pressure on Arsenal. So you find Man City had to win. It was a must win for Guardiola. And Guardiola came out publicly saying if they win all the 12 matches, of course they're champions. Yes, that is definitely true. And they started it strongly. They knew all was at stake with Newcastle. So in the first half, yes, the match balanced, and there were 2 quick goals from O'Reilly. You know, this youngster who is just turning 20. O'Reilly got very superb goals. Those were 2 goals in the Premier League against Newcastle, and Hall came up, pulled back for Newcastle, and the match ended, of course, 2-1 in favor of Man City. They are now 56 points, 2 points just drift of Arsenal. And you can imagine Arsenal is playing Spurs today, and you know this is a London derby, and anything could happen. So if Arsenal doesn't capitalize on this game, of course the pressure will be mounting on them. We have another game today, that is Liverpool playing Nottingham Forest, and you find Nottingham Forest has not had the best of their form. You know, they lost. They have been losing. They have been on a losing streak, just picking a draw against Crystal Palace. The rest of the 2 matches ending up with Nottingham losing them. But of the most recent match against Fenerbahce in the playoff, they came up comfortably with a 3-0 win against Fenerbahce, and this was away. So you really see that the momentum is building, and they have about 27. They have 27 points in the English Premier League. They are fighting in the relegation battle. They need to survive. So you find with their good form against Liverpool, you know, in the last 4 matches against Liverpool, these guys have scored a good result of 5 goals, and the most recent was beating Liverpool in the first phase. That was a 3-0 loss to Liverpool. Of course, they came out champions. And you find in their last 4 matches, they have won 2 of the matches, drawn 1 with a 1-1 draw, and losing 1 goal to nil to Liverpool when Liverpool were champions. So that was in the reverse. So you find that was in the reverse fixture. Of course, that was way back in 2024. That was when they last lost to Liverpool. And you see, of course, that time Liverpool was doing their part, and Nottingham was not good enough. That was how they lost. But you know, of recent, Nottingham has been very good against Liverpool, and I expect something tricky for Liverpool in this picture. And we have a Monday night match, that is Manchester United going on Everton. You find, yes, Everton, in the first fixture, Everton won this match with a red card against Manchester United. So we expect Man U to come vigorous for this match, because they have been on a very, very good form, winning the last 4 matches, and the last one ending in a draw. They would have won it first. They would have won the first 5 matches, and this would have been a record. Of course, there's that fan who says he would save his hair off when Man U wins like 5 matches in a row, and unfortunate for him, it didn't happen. Man U ended up coming with a draw, but of course that was against West Ham. It was a tough match, because West Ham also needs to survive in the relegation battle. So coming on this match, it is a tight one. So Chelsea really needed to win this match. And for these matches, I expect Arsenal to come with, of course, with a win, to continue with the pressure, because they need to maintain the momentum and they need to keep the lead. And they are just 2 points down. Of course, Man City has played their match, they won. They now have 56 points. Arsenal has still 58. Of course, with the lead, they go to 61. And yes, with the Spurs injury crisis, Spurs only has 13 fit players. So come on, Arteta, if you can't win this, then the title is taking a twist. Of course, we expect Arsenal to come with a comfortable win, which is again which is a 2-goal win. Of course, it is in the Hotspur Stadium, but we expect Arsenal to win this game. And then against Nottingham, yes, this is going to be a very tight game for Liverpool. It's going to be a very tight game. I expect Liverpool coming with a draw. Of course, this is going to be a 1-1 draw. That is what I expect. And tomorrow, Man U taking on Everton. Of course, Everton has not been bad in the recent matches. So I expect a very tight and competitive match, and a narrow win for Manchester United. I expect them to win this match with a 1-0. So that makes it for our sports for today. Thank you for being part of this show, and we're getting live. Thank you.